The most valuable thing is the truth, but most of us grew up not knowing truth because we were told something else, which someone else had been told, which they'd been told and they'd been told. What we found was that we living without finding our truth, carrying the baggage of others, this is the scapegoat role, became so painful that our lives became a quest to find our own personal truth, put down that baggage we'd been given by other people, because who had actually sold our truth. And if you're still in relationships with crazy makers, narcissists, those people that gaslight you, basically they're continuously selling your truth. And it's about finding the empowerment, about understanding why that's so painful, going back and doing the work, realizing that this comes before you had the ability to be able to logically reason in your brain. Healing that stuff, putting the baggage down, finding joy and fun and flow in life with others who have experienced the same thing and who are now escaped goats. I call this the Escaped Goat Club. There's a Facebook page. It's in the link below if you want to join. It's for escaped goats, black sheep, empaths, those of us on a path trying to find truth. That's what this video is about. My name's Mark. This is The Emotional Alchemist. It's easy for me to look back now and go, oh, there are so many things that I believed and that I took on as messages that weren't mine. And I go, they were wrong. It's kind of, but the problem was, as a scapegoat, I felt wrong. Well, that led to all sorts of stuff. The addiction and that became super painful because actually not growing up as me, being I wasn't, not being allowed to be whoever I needed to be, whatever I needed to be, I learned I needed to cut the corners off the truth, turn up in the world as a persona. As persona comes from the word, from the Greek meaning mask. It's like what we show to the world to protect our true selves, our true essence, from being attacked. We all learn that we have to show up with certain characteristics, not let people see some things, make sure that other people see other things, and all of that stuff becomes unconscious, especially if you learned it before the age of 8. It becomes our natural personality, our mask that we wear to the world, the work that we do, the recovery work that we do, that inner work to find why it hurts when someone says something to us these days and it's like, why does it feel that way? What? That's curious. Why do I have this reaction in my body? Taking it back, because there is this belief, and this is assessing the truth of it. Is the belief that I'm carrying today, is it my belief? Or did I learn it early on and it's somebody else's belief, which actually isn't mine, and if I assess it, it's definitely not mine. For me, this is also the voice of the devil. It's like all of those people who had you change yourself when you were young so that you would be how they wanted you to be. And we all grew up with this. Everybody does it in society. It's like, and the most obvious thing is selfies. It's like, take perfect selfies. I'm the same. It's not like I'm saying I'm some whatever. It's like, can I pose? I make imperfect videos, but it's really difficult to pose for, take imperfect selfies, because somehow that's, I don't know, it's different, right? It's just this one frame that means so much about you because you are judged, I am judged on the way I look. Somehow, and my videos, oh man. I'll just interlace this here with shame, because there can be so much about who we are that we're ashamed of, or that we're ashamed of, and that's kind of, that prevents us showing up in the world as well from who we are. It adds to the persona, adds to the need to put on a mask. Someone commented on one of my videos the other day and said, this is totally cringeworthy. And I'm like, yeah, of course it is. I talk about my own shame and fear on camera. It's like totally heinous shit. It's like, who would do that? And as I look back to 3 years ago when I started the channel, I'm like, who would do that? But anyway, that's the way it kind of evolved. A mentor of mine told me, it's like, when he started this channel, he said, give people permission to feel. And you do that by talking about your own feelings. It's like, really? Because I never wanted to turn up in the world or turn up in the world and be seen, because to be seen would be a target. And so there's certain parts of us that we just fracture off to ensure that the world doesn't see those parts. Never let them be seen. That's the shame that we push away. What parts of you, what parts of me can I not let you see? It's a funny thing. I say that I love karaoke. Now, there's kind of split between people. It's a weird thing. I love doing karaoke and I can sing, but it's there's also this little bit of shame associated with it, and it's because it's karaoke. It's a hilarious thing. But if I go back, it's like, why do I feel like that? And it's because early on, I wasn't allowed to be so visible. It was dissuaded from shining. Well, if you're doing karaoke and you can sing, then, and even if you can't sing, there's this idea that you're shining. And if you can sing, then you're shining. It's like that thing, that my passion that you want to do, that I want to do. It's finding the bliss in life. If you find life difficult and without flow, then maybe it's because the bliss is missing, that thing that you love doing. I love connecting with people. Actually, and any conversation I have a lot of conversations and it's amazing. But talking to a camera like this, because there's quite a few of you on the other side now, but it's like, it's not so easy because of shame and stuff. That's for another video. I'm tired today, but I'm making a video anyway. I've always got this thing that videos have to be perfect, even though there's this, there's like two conflicting things in my head. It's like, yes, videos can be perfect. That's kind of the left brain, that's totally all right. And then there's the belief that is, that still interacts, saying, we have to be perfect, obviously. If you're not perfect, people won't love you. But that's not my experience. So there's these two conflicting things. It's like, yes, it's fine to make imperfect videos, while at the same time, there's a message that tells me it's not. That's hell if you get stuck in between that. And the truth is, actually, that I've made a lot of videos, and this is just one aspect, kind of looking at this truth. I've made a lot of videos, hardly any negative comments. Even the guy on one of my videos said, you sound like a cult leader. And I'm like, are you saying I sound like self-confident and charismatic? I'm like, that's amazing. For someone who has always had low self-esteem, I'm like, thank you very much. I'll take that. But it's like, I know what he meant, but actually, I'll take what I need. I'll keep my ego in check. The truth allows me to see that everybody has value, and that I want to be kind to everybody. Someone suggested the other day that kindness is easier than forgiveness to start with. Super difficult to forgive people. And actually there's this spiritual punishing mentality which says if you can't forgive people, then you're wrong. It's like, that's like crazy. So someone does something to you, you feel hurt from it, and then there's the rhetoric, which is you have to forgive them, otherwise you're not spiritual. And then you find it hard to forgive them, so you beat yourself up because they beat you up, and you can't forgive them for beating you up. It's like, that's crazy. And for me, this is spiritual patriarchy. It's this idea that we have to be perfect. No, don't sit at the top of the mountain saying, just meditate harder. Stand on the same level and say, hey, this is what I found. Let's go. So many people have done that for me. That's why I make these videos, because I'm still finding my path. Still people help me find my path, and I know that you guys say that I help you find your path. And especially the scapegoat role path. It's like, it couldn't be better. Scapegoat. Imagine that you're climbing a mountain, and it's like the footholds you have are tiny, and that's what it feels like sometimes. And you're looking over the edge, and you're just thinking, looks like hell, feels like hell. But when I can connect with other people, when I can say, you know what, I think the fear really is this, what I was told when I was 4 years old, then I can find truth. Then I can find peace. And if I'm turning up in the world like that with other people like you guys, then I find flow and joy and connection. And that is the antidote to the scapegoat role and becoming an escaped goat. That's my plan anyway. If you like this video and you are finding your tribe, and this looks like your tribe, the emotional alchemist gang, okay, I'll call it that, then the Escape Goat Club, share the video, because if more people see it, we will find more of us and have more fun and more joy and more connection. That's my plan, and I'm sticking to it for now. It's the truth. This is another video on scapegoating. Thanks for watching.